The following is a special presentation of Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. And hello, everybody. Welcome to our latest installment of the Hometown Football League, game number 100 for season number 2. Chicago traveling to New York in our playoff quarterfinal. New York, the 2 seed, Chicago, the 7 seed. I will be playing as New York. The computer will play as Chicago. Looking forward to this game. 44 degrees and a bit of a breeze, 5 to 15 mile per hour. Balmy for New York in January. Tomorrow, by the way, next week when we get to the semis, and we're also going to do the finals next week, we'll be playing with February weather conditions. Just thought I would throw that in there. And off we go. Sid Luckman against Y.A. Tittle. Talk about a couple of old pros. Going to go at it today at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's your coin flip. It's going to go to New York. They will defer until the second half. They are in blue. Chicago in the white. Sayers, Sano, and Manning back deep, and we're underway. Our second quarterfinal bout. If New York wins, they will host one of the semifinals. Gale Sayers there. A 36-yard return to the 37 on this rainy day here in Seminole, Florida, September 20th. It's been raining, not September 20th, May 20th. It's been raining on and off. Just got done watching the commencement ceremony for this year at Tropicana Field for my alma mater of Largo High. But enough about me. Let's get to our lineup. Peyton and Kelliger, the running backs for Chicago in the base formation. Hill and Graham at wideout. Ditka, the tight end. Luckman out of Columbia, your quarterback. And the offensive line is Connor, Fortman, Bulldog Turner, Ramsey, and Jimbo Covert. First and 10 at the 37. We have Luckman back to throw, and he connects to Harlan Hill for a 22-yard gain. If Chicago wins, they will get Cleveland for the third time. In HTFL Season 2, Chicago did beat Cleveland in the 2 regular season meetings. Chicago, by the way, has the wind advantage. Now New York plays a 3-4. Strahan, Gastineau, and Weinmeister, your front 3. Your 4 linebackers instead of 3, Taylor, Huff, Carson, and Lewis. Rivas, Glenn, Patton, and Tennell. Your defensive backfield for the Giants, a combination, of course, of the Giants, the Jets, New York Titans, any team that began with New York Bulldogs, New York Yankees. There was a football team known as the New York Yankees, played in the 40s and 50s. Chicago is a combination of the Bears and the Cardinals pre-1960 before they moved to St. Louis. First and 10 at the 41. Walter Payton with a big gain, 12 yards. Lewis on the stop at Chicago. Coming out firing, first and 10 at the 29. PGA Championships going on in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As I speak to you, the Lightning pulled off an incredible 2-1 win over Florida, scoring a goal in the last 5 seconds of the game. That was incredible. So they're up 2-0 going to Tampa, and they'll play games Sunday afternoon and Monday night in that series. Second and 5 from the 24. Luckman's going to run.
Holding. Offense. Number 71. 10-yard penalty.
George Connor called for the hold. It's going to be now second and 15 from the 34. With the wind, they're probably in field goal range. Long throw looking for Graham. Broken up by Glenn and incomplete. Third and 15 from the 34 now. And when New York gets the ball, we'll tell you about their offense and Chicago's defense. Incomplete again, looking for Jimmy Graham. And they are going to bring on the field goal team. So Gould will try one here. Sorry about that. 51-yarder. No good. Wide to the right, and New York takes over at their own 41, so they'll have excellent field position after the missed field goal. New York, Barber and Triplett are your running backs. Triplett filling in for somebody, I forget who, due to injury. Beckham Jr. and Powell, your starting wide receivers. Tucker is the tight end. Tittle is the quarterback out of Ole Miss. Brown, Snee, Mangold, Younts, and Powell, your offensive line. And Younts doubles as the punter. We'll go double tight end, which brings Powell to the tight end position, not formation. And we're going to go off tackle right to Tiki Barber, the brother of Rondé, who played for Tampa Bay. 5-yard gain. Fensick on the stop for the Bears. Their front four: Atkins, Dent, McMichael, and Chambers. Fortunato and Urlacher at inside linebacker, and not too bad talents behind Urlacher in the form of Dick Butkus and Mike Singletary. Marshall is the outside linebacker to round up that group. Night Train Lane, Tillman, Mark Carrier, the Bear defensive back, not the Buccaneer receiver. We have to always make that differential. And Gary Fensick round out the defensive lineup for Chicago. So 2nd and 5 at the New York 46. We're going to go fly pattern to Art Powell. And it looked like he had a step on the corner, but that's incomplete. Remember, New York going into the wind for quarters 1 and 4. So they'll have the wind advantage in the middle quarters. We'll go George Sauer's way. He comes in as the third wideout. And that is caught. And a first down for Sauer, a gain of 10. Ball now to the Chicago 44. So on each team's first series, they go into the plus side of the field. Trap left Tiki on 1st and 10 at the 44. And Tiki will fumble the ball, and Beckham Jr. had to scoop it up for New York. A 2-yard gain in total. So Tiki's got to keep that ball in his arm. 2nd and 8 from the Chicago 42. 10:27 left, opening quarter. We're going to go Mel Triplett on a screen. And he's got it, and he's got running room past the 30, past the 20, all the way down to the 11. A pickup of 31 yards before Night Train Lane could get to him. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11. How about Barber on a dive play? And he gains 4 yards. Night Train Lane came up, made the tackle. We have now a 2nd and 6 from the Chicago 7. New York the 2 seed. Chicago the 7 seed. Off tackle right, Tiki. On 2nd and 6. He powers his way for 2 more yards. Wally Chambers making the tackle for the Bears. Would play for the Buccaneers on that 79 team that was the first Buck team to make the playoffs. 3rd and 4. We'll go 3 wide, and we're going to look to Bob Tucker on a short cross. And it's there, and Bob Tucker. Touchdown, New York. So the Giants draw first blood at 6-0. Storied rivals, of course. They played each other in 2 NFL championship games and probably a few other playoff meetings beyond that. The famous Sneakers game of 1934 and the NFL championship game of 1963. Here's your extra point by Nugent, and he had a stranglehold on that, 7-0 in favor of the Giants. Sayers back deep for the Bears. 7:34 left, open a quarter. Sayers taking out about the 4. He is a threat to go for 6 every time he touches the ball. This time a 23-yard gain. Haynes making the tackle up to 27. So Sid Luckman back to the drawing board. They trail by 7. 1st and 10 from the 27. Here is Walter Payton, a 4-yard gain. Stay with the Big Polly's World of Sports Sims channel over the weekend. I will have for you tomorrow Washington traveling to San Francisco to take on the Gold Raiders. And then on Sunday, another very, very big game between 2 storied franchises, Kansas City at Dallas, in our 4th and last quarterfinal. 2nd and 6 from the 31, and Luckman back to throw. Picked off. And that was Sam Huff. A 28-yard return, his first pick of the playoffs, but this is the Giants' first game in the playoffs. And it's 1st and 10 from the Chicago 22, and I think Tittle has fire in his eyes and he wants to make the Bears instantly pay. So they're going to go play action long hitch to Odell Beckham Jr., number 13. But Tittle sacked by Mongo McMichael. A loss of 11 to set up 2nd and 21 from the 33. By the way, if you get a chance, I was directed this morning. First, we'll run this play. Tiki Barber off right to a opening CBS did in 1992. Gain of 6. It's going to set up 3rd and 15. Pat Summerall did. Type in Pat Summerall November Rain, and he does his great delivery of an opening, and it's set to Guns N' Roses November Rain, and it's wonderful. Medium fly to Art Powell on 3rd and 15, and Tittle sacked again, this time by Atkins. 4th and 19 from the 31, a 50-50 shot. Then Mike Nugent can hit this from 48. And he got it. It's 10-0, and a big field goal at that, putting New York up more than a score. 4:09 left, opening quarters. Sayers back deep. But this kick's going to go out of bounds.
Kicking team.
Yes, it was the kicking team. And Chicago's going to start from their own 40. 4:09 left. 1st and 10. And here's Sid Luckman. Throws deep and incomplete. Glenn limping off. He is one of the corners, and his return is doubtful. So Haynes, who was playing special teams earlier in the game, Mark Haynes, comes in, played for the Giants on the 1984 and probably some surrounding years. 2nd and 10 from the Chicago 40. It's Luckman, and that's a strike to Mike Ditka. A gain of 20 there. Patton on the tackle for the Giants. So Chicago moves from their 40 to the Giants 40 with 3:47 left, opening quarter. No score. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. It's 10-0. I saw that 0 on the Giants column, and I thought it was 0-0 still. Incomplete pass. Luckman looking for Ditka, and even with the win, Luckman is 2 for 7 for 42 yards. 3:06 left, opening stanza. 2nd and 10 from the New York 40. Incomplete. New York asking for a flag as Luckman just threw that away. New York defense saying, hey, isn't that intentional grounding? 3rd and 10 from the 40. 2:55 now left in the quarter. And that is a completion of 19 yards. Luckman to Graham. 1st and 10 at the 21. 2:45 now left. Luckman going to the end zone. Incomplete, looking for Harlan Hill. 2nd and 10. Still at the 21. Of course, the Bears still hold the playoff record for the most lopsided win in playoff history. And that's a touchdown to Graham. Luckman to Graham, and it's 10-6. "21-yard pass from Luckman to Graham, and the battle has been joined. The extra point by Harder, good, and it is 10-7. Chicago beat Washington in 1940, 73-0 in that year's NFL championship game. That was a trip to the woodshed if there ever was one. Christie, Sanders, and Tennell back deep. Still have some lasagna in my mouth. Down at 8 yards deep in the end zone for the touchback, and New York will convene at their 20. We're going to go triplet off tackle right side. Figure they might be keying on Beckham, but on Tiki Barber, but they were keying on Odell. No gain. 2nd and 10. Screen to Tiki. And Tiki's going to get the first down and a little more. A 13-yard gain. Under a minute now left in the quarter. And it's been action-packed with the score 10-7. Trap left. This could be the final play. Tiki, no gain. End of the quarter. 10-7, as I was just saying. New York leading Chicago. New York, 12 plays, 63 yards, 7 rushes. Chicago, 103 yards, 14 plays, 11 passes. So now New York with the wind that's going 5 to 15 mile per hour. And I think they'll throw here on second down. Slant to Bob Tucker. Can Tucker get open? No. They go to Powell, and that's dropped. 3rd and 10. Ball to 33. I think we're going to try that tiki screen again. Worked so well the first time. But it's well covered and incomplete. Tittle has started 4 for 7, 59 yards. And now they're going to put Younce in the punting formation, and he will punt deep. And that's a boomer of a punt. McAfee, a 4-yard return after a punt of 52, 48-yard net. 14:38 left in the half, and the Bears only trail now by 3 at 10-7. 1st and 10 from the 19. Walter Payton tries the right side. He gains 6 against Tampa Bay in the second round. Had a 140-yard effort on 29 carries. 2nd and 4 to 25. And again, they give to Walter. He'll get the... No, he will not get the first down. They're going to rule him just short. And now it's 3rd and inches for the Bears at their own 29. And Luckman under center, and they say he got the first down. I'm going to challenge it.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. A timeout will be charged.
So we lose the challenge, we lose the timeout. We'll have 2 left for the remainder of the half. A 1st and 10 for Chicago at their own 29. 13:03 left in the half. And Luckman is picked off again, and this is a touchdown. Mark Haynes, who had come in for Glenn, with the pick 6. And it's 16-7 in favor of New York. Extra point by Nugent. Good. And it's 17-7. So a defensive touchdown for the Giants. I always think that if you get a defensive score, it increases your odds for winning a game. Sayers, along with Sano and Manning, back deep for Chicago. And this is a good kick. Sayers taking it at the goal line, moving it up past the 30 to the 33, a 33-yard return. And with that, we have 12:36 left in the half. It's 17-7 Giants as the points keep piling in. And that is Gallagher, who we have not heard from yet in this game. His first touch for 12 yards. It's 1st and 10 now at the 45 for Chicago. 12:24 left, and Gallagher into New York territory, a gain of 7. So he had his first catch, and now he has his first rush. 2nd and 3 at the New York Giant 48. Payton loses a yard, tackled by Michael Strahan. Just recently went into outer space on the Blue Horizon rocket. Same ship that William Shatner went up into space a couple of months earlier. And that is going to set up, as I wipe my nose, 3rd and 4 at the New York 49. 10:17 now left. We have a whistle.
False start. Offense. Number 66. 5-yard penalty.
And that is Bulldog Turner getting called for the false start. So now, 3rd and 9 from the 46. Bulldog could play both ways. Incomplete. Luckman was looking for Gallagher. No catch. So Brown coming in to punt for the Bears. This is going to land inside the 20. I am going to return it. Tennell standing by. Took it at about the 18. Chugged it up to the, 25-yard line for a 6-yard return. They're going to say he started from the 19. And with 12:08, no, I take that back. 10:08 left in the half. Bit of a slow-moving second quarter. New York will start from their 25. And we're going to go Barber on a dive play. And that's a gain of 5. Wilbur Marshall getting the stop. Of course, he's out of the University of Florida. Go Gators! 2nd and 5 from the 30. And we'll go Beckham on a cross. Of course, Beckham won a ring this year with the LA Rams. Tittle was sacked by Richard Dent. I think that's his third sack that he has given up in this game. 3rd and 8. Well, his offensive line gave it up. And we're going to look to Sauer on a short cross. And Tittle dropping back. And that is intercepted by Mark Carrier, his first pick of the playoffs. So we have had now 3 turnovers in this game, all interceptions. And that's the first turnover that benefited the Bears. 1st and 10 from the New York 38. We're down to 8:37 left in the half. So both teams perhaps feeling the jitters of this quarterfinal game. Whoever wins a step closer to the Hometown Bowl, which we will have for you a week from today here on the Big Paulie's World, the Sports Sims channel. 2nd and 10 from the 38 from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Incomplete. Luckman looking for Graham. Luckman is off to a terrible start. 5 for 16 for 94 yards, 2 picks, 1 touchdown. 3rd and 10. Can Luckman keep the drive alive for the Bears? And he does. A throw to Harlan Hill, a 13-yard gain. Setting up 1st and 10 from the 25. 8:17 now we are down to in the half. No gain.
Holding offense. Number 20, 10-yard penalty.
Take a swig of water when a penalty is committed. And that is Ramsey with the hold. Ramsey is the right guard. 1st and 20 from the 35. New York leading by 10. Chicago trailing by 10. And that's a strike to Mike Ditka. Iron Mike gets the first down at the 15. And what is this? We have Walter Payton under center. I'm going to call a running play here. Run defense, and Peyton didn't fool anybody on that direct snap, a no gainer. In the first season, we had a game between Chicago and Los Angeles, and they ran that direct snap, and Walter Payton scored a touchdown on it, a touchdown of great distance, like 50 yards plus. 2nd and 10 from the 15. You can watch that game on my channel anytime you'd like. 2nd and 10 from the 15. I said 2nd and 10 from the 15. Let's go, guys. Luckman, strike to Jimmy Graham. That Jimmy Graham, a gain of 7. Jeff Graham. Well, I had the J part right. 3rd and 3 from the 8. 5:59 now left. Big money play here for Chicago. Incomplete, looking for Ditka. He overthrew him. And that'll bring in Gould. He will try a field goal of 25 yards. Should be a chip shot for him. Oh, he pulled it left. No good. So maybe I jinxed Mr. Gould. Bulldog Turner, the holder on that. And your score remains 17-7 now. We're going to go big or go home here. I'll play action bomb to Beckham Jr. 1st and 10 from the 20. Did Beckham get open? He did! 49-yard gain. Night Train Lane on the stop. Pass looked like it was underthrown. Beckham Jr. came back to it, made the grab, and Lane tackling him relatively immediately. 1st and 10 at the 31. So New York using that wind advantage to their favor. Off tackle right, Tiki Barber. Chicago playing a little off the ball there. No gain. Wilbur Marshall on the tackle. Setting up 2nd and 10. We're going to go to, let's see, we'll go Tucker on a short cross. But Chicago playing short tight, so let's turn that into a medium hitch and see if we can go over the top of the defense. And it's looking good because it is good. A 16-yard gain, but we have a marker.
Illegal motion. Offense.
Oh, it's coming back.
Number 13, 5-yard penalty.
Illegal motion, which is going to wipe out that first down there. It's going to be 2nd and 15. And we'll put Tiki to work. Just pitch him to the right side. 3:40 now left in the half. And that's a gain of 2 yards. Richard Dent making the tackle. He of the Super Bowl 20 winning Chicago Bears. Ditka, of course, coached that team to a Super Bowl victory. Medium fly to George Sauer on 3rd and 13. And he's wide open, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. I'll tell you, George Sauer was so wide open, he was quarantined. A little homage to Mick Hubert, the retiring voice of the Florida Gators, who's been calling football and baseball and basketball for the Gators for many, many years. Rest easy, Mick. Extra point is good. Nugent putting it through 24-7. And this game could turn into a blowout real easy with 2:50 now left in the half. Chicago's got to get a score here before halftime. Sayers back deep, and he's a guy who could do it instantaneously. Curtis Conway coming in as the Bears are going to go to a 3 wide receiver look. He'll be the left split end. 1st and 10 from the 20. The give to Kelliger, and Kelliger speeding ahead, a gain of 7. And we're down to 2:40 now left in the half. 2nd and 3 from the 27. Luckman's going to run and didn't gain much. A yard before he was tackled by Arnie Weinmeister. 3rd and 2. Ball to 28. And Luckman going and finding Jeff Graham for an 11-yard gain. 2:08, so the Bears showing signs of life as we approach the 2-minute warning. 2:08 left, 1st and 10. The give to Walter Payton, and little Walter with a 2-yard gain. And that gets us to the 2-minute warning. Your score right now, 24-7 in favor of the Giants. And we'll look at the timeout situation. The Giants with 2 timeouts, the Bears just with 1, but they have their challenge. The Giants do not. 2nd and 8 from the 41. It's Luckman, number 42. Throwing, looking at the corner for Conway, no catch. 3rd down and 8 with 1:47 now left in the half. Luckman over the middle, and he finds Conway. A gain of 20. Does Chicago use that last time out? They do. They will have none for the remainder of the half. 1st and 10 at the 39. Luckman finding, no, he cannot find Jeff Graham in the corner. Bobbled the ball. 2nd and 10, same spot, a 39-yard line. Minute 23. And that is Payton, a 5-yard gain. Chicago will have to hurry to the line with a minute 15 to go. 3rd and 5 for the 34. Hopefully they called a good play. They did, as Graham caught that for a 10-yard pickup. They're now down to the 24. They have 53 seconds and no timeouts. 1st and 10. Luckman's going to spike the ball to stop the clock at 39 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 24. If they do not get out of bounds, they're probably going to bring in the field goal unit. And Payton's going to get out of bounds, a pickup of 18. And they're still going to kick. Okay, they're still going to kick and just avoid a situation where they are trapped in play and they can't get out of play and the clock would run out. So Gould, who has missed a field goal from nearly point-blank range earlier, tries this from 23. And he missed that too. No good. Oh, doctor. 18 seconds left, and I think Tittle is just going to sit on the ball and we'll go to the second half. And your score will be New York 24 and Chicago 7. If they win, they host the second semifinal game. And we'll find the teams that will face Cleveland and New York in the semis. But right now, I will take a brief break, but you're not going to miss anything. You're watching the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims YouTube channel. Big Paulie back with you to start the second half of play. Another quarterfinal game. It looks like we have another blowout on our hands. The Giants leading the Bears 24-7. And they get the ball to start the second half. It is Christie, Sanders, and Tennell back deep. We'll do the plays and yardage situation for you after the kickoff. And we're going to return it a yard deep. And Ellie has joined me, my cat. And that's a gain of 25 yards to the 24. The tackle made by Wolford of Chicago. Chicago, 40 plays in the first half for 245. 28 were passes. New York, 21 plays, 149 yards. Way more effective, and they have rushed the ball 11 times in the first half. And we're going to go back to Barber on a dive, 1st and 10. 9 carries, 26 yards. And now he has 10 for 32 as Gary Fensick makes the tackle. Second and 4. Luckman, that disastrous first half almost, 13 for 28, has 198 yards, but his drives have not led to points as Robbie Gould has missed a couple of chip shot field goals. Pitch to the right, Mel Triplett on second and 4. And we have a fumble, and Chicago's got it, and that's the kind of break they need. Atkins recovering, a fumble forced by Brian Urlacher. And here comes Chicago, first and 10 at the 32. Just getting this third quarter underway. 1 minute, 1 second into the third period. Bears trail by 17, but perhaps not for long. Peyton with a grab past the 20, past the 10, down at the 9. A quick gain of 23 yards. First and goal at the 9, and that puts Luckman over 200 with almost a whole half left to play. Luckman, one of the top-rated passers in the HTFL.
Pass interference, defense. Number 24, automatic, first down.
So that faux pas by Rivas is going to give Chicago the ball at the 1 yard line. Pass interference calls in the end zone. Move the ball to the 1. And Peyton will close the deal. Touchdown, Chicago. And just like that, we have a 24-13 game. Extra point is good for Harder. Chicago's kickers have not fared well in this game. 12:56 now left third quarter. And again, we have Christie back deep for New York. Took it at the goal line. Let's see how far he chugs it up. 24 yards. McCray on the tackle, who Chicago uses in pass defense support. 24 yards to the 24, so that's where New York will start. They're going to give the ball right back to Tiki Barber on a dive play. First and 10. He's going to lose a yard. Urlacher on the stop, and I'm hearing howls from that Chicago bench on the far side of the field. They're whooping it up as momentum has seemed to have shifted in this game. Well, actually, the computer called this play, so I have no idea what it is. Looking for Beckham, right through his hands, incomplete. 3rd and 11 now, 12 minutes left to go. As Harry Shearer said in Little Giants, Mr. Momentum changing his address. Medium out, Odell Beckham. Chicago playing deep or loose. Deep and loose. And this was underneath to Tiki, but he only gains 4 yards. Younce is going to be out for a few plays. Let's see if they're going to bring in Tom Landry to punt. And he was a good punter in his day. So Younce cannot punt, so Landry is going to come in and punt it away. And McAfee, he fumbles. And Chambers picked it up for Chicago. So Chicago dodges a bullet there. First and 10 at the 27. 11:47 left, third quarter. And can the Bears keep it going now? Incomplete. Luckman looking for number 87, Harlan Hill. Second and 10 from the 27. So Landry's off to Dallas after this game to coach the Cowboys. And Ditka, a gain of 12. Patton on the tackle. First and 10 at the 39. 11:30 left to go. Cowboys and the Chiefs will have that game for you Sunday. Jimmy Graham, a gain of 11 yards. First and 10 at midfield. 10:43 now left. Here come the Bears. Luckman's going to go deep looking for Hill. And he just misses them. Hill thought he was interfered with. He's going over to the officiating crew demanding a flag. None comes. Second and 10 from the 50. Pitch. Peyton, and he will gain 3. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Bears. 9:42 left third quarter. Kelliger tries a draw play, only gains 4 yards, so the Bears are going to be grinded to a halt here, unless they come up with a fake punt, which is what I think they're going to try, so I'm watching for it. And I'm going to let the punt roll, probably much to my detriment. And that rolls dead at the 12. Dewerson. Actually, Tennell tried to pick it up and fake Chicago out. Dave Dewerson with the big hit. And it's first and 10 from the 12. 8:17 left third quarter. It's a 24-14 game now. Barber trapped to the right. and he gains 6. We have Night Train Lane holding his neck, and he looks like he took a stinger, and he'll be out for a few plays. So I was talking about Benny McRae earlier. There he is. And this would be a good time for the Giants to go deep, and that's what we're going to try. Play action to Powell. We're going to try La Bamba. And there it goes. It's caught by Powell inside the 30, a gain of 55. And it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Jet sweep to Beckham. And Beckham with positive yardage, an 8-yard gain. Fensick bringing him down. Setting up 2nd and 2. And Tittle's going to go for the downs again. Play action to Powell on a long pass. They'll try for it to get the gusto here, and that's a touchdown. Touchdown, New York. Tittle going for the gusto and getting it. So your score now 30-14 with 6:14 left in the third. Nugent, yes, and it's 31-14. We are now down to 6:14 left in the third quarter. So the Bears lose the momentum they had going into this second half. And Sayers is back deep. And he's going to take it a yard deep from his end zone. But you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, the way he can return kicks. And Carl Banks on the tackle. The return went 31. He caught it 2 yards deep in the end zone. Sayers did. So it's 1st and 10 from the 29. 6:01 left, third quarter. The Giants could be on their way to hosting one of the semifinals. Cleveland hosting the other. And we'll just have to find out who will advance between Washington and San Francisco tomorrow, and Dallas and Kansas City to figure out the semifinal pairings. A 7-yard gain, Luckman to Payton. Luckman now at 251 on the day. 17-34, 2 picks, 1 touchdown. 2nd and 3. You know Luckman's going to throw here, right? And that is Curtis Conway with a 10-yard gain. 1st and 10, the ball at the Chicago 46, 5:10 now left to go. Sounds like an AM station. It'd be too low on the dial to be an AM station. Kelliger, it's brought down by Joe Klecko, who has come in the game. Klecko serving as a 4th defensive tackle on occasion. 2nd and 10 from the Chicago 46. So occasionally they go 4 down linemen, especially when they need to go to a nickel formation. By the way, New York's been using Adams as the extra DB. That's why they go to 4 down linemen. Jamal Adams out of LSU, the Bayou Bengals. That pass incomplete, looking for Conway, double covered, and it's 3rd and 10 from the 46. Luckman a strike to Curtis Conway that time, a gain of 12, a first down. And Luckman is now 19 of 37, so he's moving up in the world. 273 yards, 2 picks, 1 touchdown. 1st and 10 from the New York 42 with 3:38 left. That is Payton, a 5-yard gain. Huff on the stop for the Giants. 2nd and 5, ball at the 37, an incompletion. And Revis provided good coverage as Luckman was trying to get that to Harlan Hill. 3rd and 5 from the 37. Luckman a strike to Conway again. Conway good on the clutch. Fortman, the left guard for Chicago, is going to the sideline. Looks like he tweaked his thumb. So Revi Sori coming in. He's out of the University of Illinois. Didn't have to move far to play his pro ball with the Bears in the late 70s. 1st and 10 at the 30. Luckman incomplete, looking for Jeff Graham. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 30. We hope you are all well this May 20th, by the way. I didn't think I mentioned that earlier. And here we go. Luckman is going to run on 2nd down, a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 9 at the 29 with 1:53 left to go. And it's Luckman, incomplete, looking for Conway. Pass might have been caught by Conway.
Upon further review, The ball was secured before it hit the ground.
And it
the
was.
pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
So Chicago loses their challenge, but they get the play overturned. It's now 1st and 10 from the New York 19. We're down to a minute 10. 12th play of the drive here for Chicago. And that was for Conway, but that was also incomplete. Luckman now 22 of 43. Has had a great game, 295 yards, but 2 picks proves costly. And he's not getting cooperation from his kicking game. And Luckman now over 300. As that pass to Peyton for 7 puts him at 302 on the day. 3rd and 3 from the 12. The crowd chanting defense, defense, defense with 54 seconds left in the quarter. Incomplete. So Gould will try a field goal again. And it's one of the things Chicago needs to get back in this game. They're down 17, so it would be natural to try a three-pointer here. Gould going to miss again? Not this time. It's 31-17. We're down to 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And Christie back deep for New York as the points keep coming. We had 48 of them so far in this game. And Christie, not a good return. 18 yards to the 17. He took it 1 yard deep from his end zone. We have 1 second left in the quarter. And I'm going to go deep one more time. Play action bomb to Odell Beckham. Got the win one last play. You might as well use it. Instead, Tucker was the intended receiver on a check down. He was hit viciously by Mark Carrier. Bobbled the ball, could not hang on. So we have played 3. It is 31-17 Giants. The Giants now with 31 plays. 248 yards. They have had 16 rushes and 2 turnovers. For Chicago, they have run an amazing 62 plays, 358 yards, 45 passes, and they have also committed 2 turnovers. On 2nd and 10, they're just going to keep it on the ground and hope Barber could pick up some buku yards. And that's a gain of 3. Brian Urlacher on the stop for Chicago. So now 3rd and 7. Chicago now with the wind advantage for the remaining 15 minutes of this fourth quarter. And if we go overtime somehow, that will be arbitrated then. Who gets the wind? Feels like a Patrick Swayze song. God bless. Medium slant to Odell Beckham on 3rd and 7. And Tittle is going to be picked off by Night Train Lane. Our 5th turnover of the game. And the first pick of the playoffs for Dick, Night Train Lane. So some more offensive substitutions for the Bears. Matt Forte is going to be your running back in favor of Walter Payton. And world-class Willie Galt coming in as the 4th wide receiver. He will be the right split end. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 27. And Luckman goes to the air and completes a pass to Harlan Hill, a gain of 8. So the Bears get a touchdown here. It's a 1-score game, folks, so don't count the Bears out. I know I have, right? 2nd and 2 from the 19. If Chicago wins, they get Cleveland in the semis. Whoops. Didn't mean to bring that up. 3rd and 2. Getting a little froggy with the mouse button here. 3rd and 2 from the 19 after that play, whatever it was. And Luckman throwing, and that's intercepted. LT, Lawrence Taylor, his first pick of the playoffs. And that's our 6th turnover of the game. So we have had more turnovers than a Danish bakery at Publix. 1st and 10 at the 11. We'll go Barber on a dive. Probably a good idea to keep the ball on the ground. And Barber with a 6-yard gain. Richard Dent has been injured. Looks like a groin injury, so Dan the Man Hampton coming in out of Arkansas. Also played on those great 80s teams. 2nd and 4 from the 17. So we have had a turnover fest here. 6 turnovers. I don't think I have done a game all year where we've had 6 turnovers. Play action, short cross, Odell Beckham Jr. Chicago looking like they were playing tight on the ball. An incomplete pass looking for Odell. Third and 4 from the 17. How about a screen to Tiki Barber here? But Chicago playing short tight, so we're going to go medium fly to Art Powell. And he's got it. A nice grab. 19 yards. McCray on the tackle. And it's first and 10 from the 36. New York wants to chew up that clock for sure. 12:06 now left, fourth quarter. The Giants leading by 17. And Tiki fumbles. And we have our 7th turnover of the game as Night Train Lane scoops that up. And Chicago has it. Boy, we have had a lot of turnovers in this game. That's the 7th turnover in this game, and now New York has 4 of them. I believe Chicago got the first 2, but now New York has taken the lead in that unceremonious category. First and 10 from the 33. Let's see what Luckman can do here. He has thrown 3 picks now, and that throw to Galt incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33. 11-11. Aces wild. That's the forte. He gained 3 yards, and Lawrence Taylor made that tackle. Third and 7 from the 30. And Luckman was looking for Conaway. Incomplete. Gould. They're going to try a field goal here. 47 yards to make it 31-20, and he pulled that one too. I think that's the 3rd miss he has had in this game. So we've had some high-quality football, but we've also had some low-light football in this game with 3 missed field goals and 7 turnovers, and New York has 4 of them. How about Triplett on the dive? First and 10. Gain of a yard, and that is it. Triplett, 3 carries, 3 yards, 1 catch for 31 earlier. And we'll try Tiki on a screen on 2nd and 9. But that's well covered and complete. Tittle, 10 for 19, but when he has completed passes, they've usually been for big yards, 239. He has 2 turnovers, 3 touchdowns in this game. Slant to Art Powell on 3rd and 9 from the 38. He got it. Gain of 12, and Powell goes over a hundy. 4 catches, 105 yards. First and 10 from midfield. And the bench for New York telling Y.A. Tittle, milk the clock, milk the clock. Tiki Barber, off tackle, left side. And he will gain 6 yards. Urlacher on the stop. Tiki is now 16 carries and 54 yards. 2nd and 4. Back to Tiki on a dive. And 8 in the box for Chicago, and that holds Barber to a yard on that play. 3rd and 3. 7:43 now left, fourth quarter. We're going to pitch it outside to Tiki. See if he can get the first down marker that way. Can he get past that yellow line? Yes, he can. That's a gain of 7 and a first down. Night Train Lane on the tackle. Barber getting a little tired. We'll go Tiki, trap right. First and 10 from the 36. He will gain 3 yards. A tackle by Gary Fensick. So New York beginning to look like, and with the turnovers in this game, you do not know that New York will host this, one of the semifinals coming up. And we'll have those games for you Tuesday and Wednesday on this wonderful channel. Sweep to the left for Mel Triplett on 2nd and 7. And can Mel pound it? Yes, he can. 5 yards. 3rd and a deuce. 5:13 to go. So we'll be under 5 minutes when this ball is snapped. And we are looking to Tiki Barber, a trap to the right side. 87% chance this is a first down. And he got it. And Chicago could not challenge because they used their challenge already. 4:28 left to go. I'm going to use Barber one more time on a dive. Get a fresh running back in there. That's a gain of 2. So Curtis Martin of the Jets comes in. We'll use him. Off tackle left. 2nd and 8. Just keep firing those gut shots. A gain of a yard. 3:08 left. I'm going to call timeout. We're going to burn the clock down to 2:33. Bears with 3 timeouts. I have 2 left with the Giants. We're going to go Odell on a slant on 3rd and 7. He got it, and the Giants keep possession. And with 2:23 left, it's looking like New York's game to lose. They'll go to the 2-minute warning. It's 31-17 Giants. The Bears 3 timeouts. The Giants 2 timeouts. Neither team has a challenge. We'll go back to Barber on a dive play. First and 10 from the 11. And Chicago's going to burn through their timeouts. They have 2 left. I'm still going to run the ball here. Triplet off tackle right side. And he gains a yard. Chicago burning their second timeout. Triplet now 6 carries, 12 yards. But he had that one catch for 31. Third and 10. And I'm going to run a bootleg play with Y.A. Tittle. God help us. And Tittle will go for a score. Touchdown, New York. So it's looking for all the world like New York is going to the semifinals and will host one of the semifinals. It's 37-17. Here's Nugent with the point after. Good. 38-17 with a minute 31 left to go. Sayers back deep. And we'll see how much damage Chicago can do before the end of the game. Sayers, a 24-yard return out to the 28. Luckman is at 313 yards. They're 72 yards away from a score. Let's see what Luckman does. Luckman's going to run on the first play, and that is not good. Adams making the tackle after a gain of 2. Chicago's got to burn their last timeout, which they do. A minute 17 left. 38-17 Giants. Incomplete. As Luckman was trying to check down to Conway. 3rd and 8. Ball to 30. 1:11 to go. Screen. Forte. But he's not going to get anywhere near a first down marker. In fact, he lost the yard, so it's going to be 4th and 9. 1 minute to go. Incomplete. And now all the Giants got to do is take a couple of knees, and they will go to the semifinals, hosting one of the semifinals. San Francisco wins tomorrow. It'll be New York at San Francisco. And then Cleveland will get the winner of Dallas and Kansas City. One more knee, and this baby is over. Giants 38 and the Bears 17. So the Giants go to the semifinals a second year in a row. You might remember they lost to Baltimore in the Hometown Bowl 1 semifinals. So 38-17. We have Cleveland going to the semifinals. That's the first time they have been to the Final Four. Tittle, of course, was the MVP. Great poise. And we had 709 yards. We had 370 from the Bears. They ran a total of 72 plays. New York only needed 54 to win. Tittle, 12 of 21, 263 to 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns in a game where we had 7 turnovers. Kind of looked like Super Bowl 12 out there. Barber, 21 carries for 65. We had Peyton and Graham, each with 6 catches. The leading yardage getter was Art Powell, 105. Sorry, that is right, 105. Leading tackler was Brian Urlacher with 9. So that's the way it is and the way it was. May 20, 2022. I feel like Walter Cronkite. So that's it, folks. We will be playing our next game tomorrow, Saturday afternoon at some point. And it will be Washington going to San Francisco. Washington beat San Francisco earlier this regular season. There, I got my face in the camera. Foley now. So we look forward to that game tomorrow. New York's going to host a semi. Cleveland's going to host a semi. And we'll figure out the last 2 teams to make the semifinals. Great accomplishment for all the teams that made the playoffs this year. Of course, we have 16 out of the 32 teams make the playoffs, but it's all staggered so that the division leaders get a double bye and the best 4 wild cards get a single bye. So we look forward to the week ahead. Quarterfinals tomorrow and Sunday, semifinals Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Friday, the big one, Hometown Bowl 2. So, on behalf of Ella the Cat, this has been Big Polly coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed, God bless. We will do it all again tomorrow, hopefully. And I'll catch you then. Bye bye for now, everybody.